Hey, Rick.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
It's Tom Garrett, Alex Morgan, and our resident concert goer and music scene reporter, Sue Moore, with a very special guest on Line 5, coming to the Mayo Civic Center next Friday, February 4th. Please welcome to the Y105 Morning Show, Rick Springfield. All right.
Woo!
Rick, welcome, and thanks for taking the time to talk with us today.
Thank you for the applause.
Right. We got to congratulate you, Rick. Not only are you a famous singer and actor, but now a best-selling author as well with your memoir, Late at Night, released this past fall. Amazing. What don't you do?
Yeah, I'm trying everything. Actually, writing scripts now, too. So.
Wow. I've read Late at Night. Obviously, I'm a big fan. I've seen your show many times, Rick. Love ya. Late at Night is very, very honest, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit. You talk about some things in that book that really have shocked a lot of your hardcore fans, such as myself.
Yeah. When I decided to write an autobiography, I thought everybody, was honest, so I was honest.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the honesty. You do talk about a lot of really interesting things that have happened in your life. I also wanted to ask you, Rick, you just recently had surgery.
Yeah, we wanted to say get well better soon, or, feel better soon.
I did. I had a motorcycle accident in 1988, and it's kind of a hangover from that, so it's rotator cuff stuff, but it's a real drag. I hate being still, and I got to kind of keep my arm in a sling and can't play guitar or anything at the moment, so it's a real drag.
All right. Well, it's going to be hard to keep away from the stage. I know that, we're all looking forward to the show coming up on February 4th. Now, we also want to let our listener know that coming out this year, you've got a pretty cool documentary called Affair of the Heart.
Yeah, they've been following us around for about a year and a half now, and they went to Japan and to Europe with us and all around the States, and actually even came on the cruise. So we have a Rick Springfield and Friends cruise every year. Leaves to Miami in November, and they even came on that. So they got a lot of stuff.
Rick, you have I know this personally. I've made no secret about it, but you have a really unique relationship with your fans. Can you tell our listeners about that?
That connection room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am very humbled by the continued interest in me, and so I have met quite a few of them, and like on the cruise, it's a very, very one-on-one thing. I've heard some great stories, and actually the documentary is more about the fan stories than it is about me. And it's some pretty amazing things I've heard. Really, really deep stuff. One woman got in a car accident and was lying on the side of the road waiting for 911 emergency to arrive, and she started playing some of my music, and they said it really helped keep her alive, which is pretty wild.
Wow, you saved a life.
That's got to be pretty special, yeah.
That's a huge compliment. You also have a lot of fans that have grown up with you, and then they bring their kids to the shows too, right?
Yeah. It's pretty good spread as far as the audience goes. A lot of kids, a lot of people who've seen things I've done like Californication and music on Glee, and that's brought a lot of different audiences in too. So it's great. I'm really very, very excited about the future.
You want to talk about excitement? We just gave backstage passes and tickets to your show to a listener that went something like this. I don't think we've ever had a more excited winner in our whole history here at Y105 than the lady who won backstage to meet you, Rick. So, yeah, we're pretty excited for the show coming up here. Now, we know you're a Grammy winner. You sold nearly 20 million records. We know you're on Twitter and Facebook and all that?
Yeah, we've had an online presence for a long time, actually. We have a great website, and I tweet pretty regularly, and there's a lot of extra fan stuff on the website as well.
All right, that's rickspringfield.com.
Yeah, it was a long time to come up with that one.
And the tour dates. Now, you tour a lot. You tour in kind of an interesting way, too.
We tour kind of on... I think a cop just saw me with a phone up. Hang on.
Rick Springfield is getting pulled over right now.
I'm good. And it's, we go off for a couple of days and then go home. So we tour all year, but we also stay in contact with our family, and the shows stay fresh, which is the way we like it to be.
Mm-hmm. With your recent shoulder surgery, too, are you going to be able to play Jesse's Girl with the Roses?
it'll be fine by then. It'll be fine. It's just really hard right now trying to drive with one hand and also talk on the phone and avoid the cops. That's the really hard thing.
When you get pulled over, the cop, takes his sunglasses off and says, "Well, wait, you're Rick Springfield."
Yeah, tell him you're talking to Y105. Free pass.
Yeah, it's coming out of a couple of tickets.
All right, we were talking about rickspringfield.com, and we were talking about Twitter and whatnot. You even have your own app for iPhone and iPod, huh?
Yeah, pretty amazing what you can do these days. I mean, that's the way we stay in touch with all the fans. It's really the Internet, since the kind of, the collapse of record companies, the Internet is really the way you stay, and Internet and touring is the way you stay connected to fans, and it's an awesome way to do it. I'm very into it.
So your most recent album, Rick, is you have a children's album out called My Precious Little One. You wrote some songs for your children?
Yeah, that was actually, I wrote that about 25 years ago and just re-recorded them last year and put that out. But I write a studio album is Venus in Overdrive, and we're getting ready to write and record a new record now, too.
Off the Lullaby album, is there one that's especially close to your heart?
Yeah, well, I had Precious, song called Precious Little One because it was all written for mainly for my eldest son when he was first born, and that one, also mentions my connection to my father as well, so that's always a very deep connection to me.
Nice. So you're working on a new project. When can fans expect to see that?
Probably within the next 4 or 5 months, I would think, depending on what happens with the TV stuff coming up as well. And that paperback version of Late at Night is released in June, too, I think. So I'm writing some extra stuff for that and finding new photos. And
so the paperback edition of Late at Night, your memoir, that's going to have some extra stuff in there?
Yeah, it's got an afterword, like a new thing I've written, and it's also got a bunch of new photos as well.
Okay.
Cool.
I wanted to talk to you about that. A lot of the stuff that you mentioned in Late at Night. You talk a lot about your relationship with your wife, Barbara. Has Barbara read the book?
No, she lived it. She doesn't need to read it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there that it's a very, very interesting read. Late at Night. So you have a hardcover. You also have the audio tape or CD where you speak it. And
I actually read the book myself, and people said it's a completely different experience. So it's a lot more emotional, I think, listening to me tell it, because it was one thing to write it, but to then talk about your life, it's a very emotional journey.
Was that difficult for you to be as exposed as you were with all the honesty in there?
No, once the book was released and I realized people were actually reading it, I kind of got over that pretty fast. I was very nervous up front, though, with the book being released once I finished writing it, because it is very revealing, it's very intimate, and there's a lot of honest stuff in there, and not all of it, makes me look like a great guy. So I wanted to be honest, and it's not an image polishing job. It's a true human life, and if it starts out me hanging myself in my garden shed at 17 because I was so depressed. So it's got to go up from there.
Yeah. Yeah. So Barbara hasn't read that yet.
No, she knows everything. I mean, there's no secrets.
Right.
I would never put anything in there that she didn't know about, or it's a very honest relationship like that.
Mm-hmm. Good. It had to be really freeing, though, for you.
Yeah, it was. It was amazing to go back, and sometimes horrific. But a lot of the times it was pretty interesting. The Vietnam stuff was pretty scary, but I've had a really interesting life, and I saw a thread through my whole life. There has been a continual thread, and I kind of saw that when I wrote the book.
Well, yeah, very, very candid read with Late at Night.
Well, and I know just from being a Rick Springfield fan, I think your greatest talent is writing, personally. I've always loved your writing in your lyrics, and I think it's probably your best work to date, Late at Night is. So the paperback version is coming out when, Rick?
In June, I believe. Don't get my publisher mad at me, but I believe it's June, yeah.
Okay.
You say you like writing, and let's rewind here before we let you go. You were talking about a new endeavor with maybe writing scripts. Are you talking like the big screen, or?
No, I've just finished a TV pilot that we're going to take around. It's kind of based loosely around the book. It's actually really very funny, and we're going to start. It's definitely a cable show, so we're going to start shopping that.
It's based loosely on what book, Rick? On your book?
Yes.
Oh, on your book. Okay, so it's going to be like your own show about you.
Yeah, but it's kind of a fantasy version because it gets into a lot of weird stuff. It's very interesting. I don't want to say any more about it right now, but it's pretty unique concept.
I can see that doing really well.
Yeah, that sounds great. You're a jack of all trades.
And we sure appreciate you taking the time to call and almost get a speeding ticket while you call the Y105 Morning Show. And so, boy, we really are in debt to you for taking this much time. And hey, listener, listen, we've got tickets and backstage passes coming up for Rick Springfield Show, which is coming up Friday, February 4th.
Make sure to go to rickspringfield.com. Get your tickets now. Rick Springfield, Friday, February 4th at the Mayo Civic Center. Thank you so much, Rick.
Thanks, guys. If I get a ticket, I'm sending it to you.
It's okay. It was worth it. At least I think it was worth it, right?
Rick the Speedball Springfield. All right, Rick, have a great week, and we look forward to the concert.
Thank you. We too.
All right. Thanks, Rick.
Thanks so much, pal. We appreciate it.
Thank you.